Let's discuss Heihachi's combo routes, because in this game he got two. There's the double electric into the hell sweep, and there's also the triple electric route, which makes you wonder like what combo route is the best one to use. In my opinion, you benefit from using both actually. But for the sake of giving you a proper answer, I would say the triple electric is often the best option. So the way I try to do it is, if I notice that I'm super far away from the wall, I will go for the double electric routes, and when I'm in the middle of the stage or closer, I will go for the triple electric. And the reason is obvious. The double electric route just gives you a lot more wall carry. There are situations where you can get a clean wall splat if you use it without even going for a heat burst or anything like that, where if you go for the triple electric instead, you might have to use resources, and even then sometimes you don't get the wall splat whatsoever. Some people might argue that the double electric can still be useful from a distance like this one here, because there's a chance that when you do the Fujin 2, it tornadoes at the wall, and that results in a high wall splat. But I've used that route a lot, and in my experience, what often happens as well is you are either slightly too far away, which makes you tornado them right next to the wall. And this one here is not a big problem, it's just awkward because you don't get like an extra hit before the wall splats. But the biggest issue is when you're slightly too close, because then this can happen. The 4-3 splats then in an awkward way, and then the Fujin 2 doesn't connect, you drop your combo, you lose your Okizeme, it just sucks. I hate it. And once you commit to the hell sweep, there's very little you can do afterwards to correct that. And that does not happen with the triple electric, because this combo route has a lot more checkpoints where you can just better judge the distance from the wall, and then you can use a lot of different options for the wall carry. To illustrate that, let me just show you some combos. The first one is the double electric, which is in the perfect distance for me to get a high wall splat afterwards. This deals 100 damage. And if I compare it to just a very lazy triple electric route, I end up losing damage. Alright. But if I use a little bit more brain capacity when doing my wall carry, I can go for an option like this one here, which leads to a lot more damage than the double electric route. So you don't really have to be greedy with that one to get 100 damage, because as long as you keep practicing and you get used to the options you have and adjusting for the wall carry, this can be the optimal route a lot of the times. Another thing that is very nice about this route is that if you are not comfortable with the stage, you can just do your tornado a little bit earlier, just to make sure that you don't mess up the wall splat whatsoever. So from this distance here, I could have done something like this as well. And that is going to be slightly more than when I just went for the triple electric route without thinking. And to highlight a little bit more how flexible this combo route is, let me show you some combos when you're like too close to the wall already. Even when from such an awkward distance like this one here, you're still able to get a lot of damage because you exploit the fact that in the beginning of the juggle combo, you're landing electrics, which deal a lot of damage, when the scaling is still like super good. And after that, you can just use whatever option you have for the wall splats, because at that point the scaling is not gonna be the best. So I can do something like this here. I didn't do the best wall combo here, but let me try another one. Let me try this instead. Into this. And as you can see, 97. So the more you use it, the better you get at understanding the distance from the wall. And yeah, just keep labbing it, because there are a lot of buttons that you can use in this situation here. So in conclusion, from far away, double electric, because that one gives you extra wall carry. From middle of the stage and closer, triple electric. But before I end the video, let me just give you some notes regarding the triple electric routes, because the one that I like to do is this one here, where I just tornado with down foot 1-2. But you might see people going for this route instead, which is just one more damage, just one more hit. And it doesn't really change much. I like the down foot 1-2 as the tornado because it looks cool, but if you just pick him up right now and you're not used to the amount of time you have to hold the input to charge it, you're likely going to drop it a lot. So you're better off going for the second combo that I just showed you. Just make sure that when you do it, you go for the 4-3 into down forward 1 instead of this one here. Because if you launch them from tip range with the electric or sometimes off axis, if you do 4-3 into the Fujin 1, it's very likely to drop. It's not as consistent as 4-3 into down forward 1. On top of that, it looks so ugly. Man, this is hideous. Look at that. Terrible. Don't use that, okay? But if you end up choosing the routes that I like, this one here, down forward 1, 2, know that this also allows you to use this as wall carry sometimes. And that can lead to a high wall splats depending on the distance from the wall. So there is that. Hopefully this video answers all your questions, and see you next time.